Imagine if instead of fading, your sexual desire could transform into something deeper, freer, and more authentic after menopause. Nobody talks about this, yet it's a reality for thousands of women. We're taught to fear this moment as if it marks the end of our sensuality, when in truth it can be the beginning of a stage where pleasure is no longer bound by social rules, external expectations, or physical limitations. What you'll discover today are invisible truths, how erogenous zones shift, new forms of emotional connection you might never have considered, and intimate rituals capable of reigniting your desire and transforming your mature sexuality. Stay with me until the end because your body changes, yes, but it also becomes wiser. The first thing you need to know is that sexual desire doesn't disappear, it simply changes shape. While it may have arisen spontaneously before, now it becomes more sensitive to emotion, storytelling, and the quality of connection. Many women confuse this change with a loss of interest, when it's actually an invitation to explore another dimension of pleasure. Recent studies have shown that, in the postmenopausal stage, areas of the brain such as the nucleus accumbens respond more to words, affectionate gestures, and erotic stories than to explicit visual stimuli. Bonus tip: create a collection of erotic tales or sensual novels to read alone or with a partner. Choose stories where desire blooms from emotional intimacy, not just physical attraction. There's an unspoken truth about the way pheromone perception changes. During menopause, falling estrogen levels alter both the quantity and type of pheromones you produce, subtly shifting subconscious attraction to certain people. This is one reason why some women experience unexpected changes in how attracted they feel to their partner or others. Understanding that this isn't indifference or coldness but a biochemical shift makes it possible to seek new forms of sensory connection. Essential tip: use diffusers with aphrodisiac essential oils like ylang-ylang jasmine and neroli in your intimate spaces. You can also dab a few drops on your wrists and behind your ears before a sensual encounter, activating scent zones linked to emotional pleasure. Before we continue, something important. In the description of this video, I've left a resource that could really help you through this stage. It's something several women are starting to use and are seeing real changes. If you're curious, have a look later. It might be just what you need. Another silent factor rarely discussed is the alteration of vaginal microbiota. The drop in estrogen changes vaginal pH and natural flora, which affects not only lubrication but also sensitivity and pleasure response. Few women realize that caring for their vaginal microbiota with oral and local probiotics can greatly enhance their sexual quality. Care tip: include fermented foods like kefir, kombucha, sauerkraut, or natural yogurt in your daily diet, and use probiotic vaginal suppositories at least once a week. Sitz baths with chamomile and calendula infusions also support elasticity and reduce irritation, allowing intimate contact to feel comfortable and pleasurable again. One overlooked fact is the shift in erogenous zones. During menopause, some nerve endings become more sensitive while others diminish in intensity. This means you may discover new pleasure areas that previously went unnoticed. The inner arms, nape of the neck, back of the knees, or abdomen can become surprisingly stimulating zones. Exploration tip: dedicate weekly self-exploration sessions without an immediate sexual goal, using feathers, warm oils, or gentle massages to observe your body's reactions. This not only deepens self-awareness but rekindles desire through sensory curiosity. Few realize that oxytocin, known as the bonding hormone, is also affected after menopause. Previously, after intimacy, the release of oxytocin created a strong sense of emotional closeness and satisfaction. Now its production decreases, which may explain why some women enjoy sex but don't feel that same post-encounter emotional warmth. Practical tip: nurture post-coital rituals like warm baths together, relaxing oil massages, or synchronized breathing techniques. These activities not only restore emotional connection, but also stimulate natural oxytocin production, heightening feelings of affection and fulfillment after intimacy. A silent enemy of desire at this stage is cortisol, the stress hormone, which tends to remain elevated in postmenopausal women. This increase blocks sexual response, raises anxiety, and makes orgasms harder to reach. Yet, small daily actions can drastically reduce it. Anti-stress tip: adopt routines like 5 minutes of mindful breathing upon waking, barefoot walks on grass or sand, limiting nighttime screen use, and sound baths with relaxing music or Tibetan bowls. Emotional self-care practices also help, such as keeping an erotic journal or visualizing sensual memories before sleep. There's a little-known phenomenon regarding changes in the brain's response to erotic anticipation. Neuroimaging studies reveal that after menopause, the brain areas responsible for sexual expectation activate more slowly, but, interestingly, with greater intensity when stimulated through affection. This means women at this stage can experience more pleasure from soft words, prolonged foreplay, or lingering knowing glances. Here's a creative tip. Set aside some time to write erotic letters or messages to your partner, or even to yourself, evoking sensual memories. You can use stories, old photographs, or secret notes as part of your sensual game. Perhaps the most powerful unspoken truth is that postmenopausal sexuality can be the freest of your entire life. Without the fear of pregnancy, with deeper self-knowledge and less social pressure, many women find this stage allows them to explore new forms of intimacy and pleasure. It's the perfect moment to experiment with fantasies, sensual practices, erotic toys, or even redefine what eroticism means to you. Here's an inspiring tip for you. Why not make a sensual bucket list of fantasies or practices you've always been curious about, but never quite dared to try? Choose one each month and really allow yourself to explore it guilt-free, celebrating your mature sexuality as a free, authentic, and deeply personal space. There's some additional content here that's rarely discussed, an ancient, almost forgotten practice actually. It's called external and abdominal uterine massage, once used by women to reconnect with their physical and energetic womb after menopause. It's usually recommended to perform it using rose or lavender oils, which can help reactivate pelvic energy, relieve tension, and improve blood circulation in the lower abdomen. This kind of massage really does enhance sensitivity and eases discomfort, like pelvic heaviness, and in turn, it can improve your sexual experience. Another little-known truth is that with hormonal decline, the skin of the external genitals loses elasticity and nourishment. Applying plant oils rich in vitamin E, like wheat germ or sweet almond oil, hydrates and protects the area, reducing discomfort during caresses and penetration. Gently massaging the vulva and perineal area twice a week restores flexibility and pleasure. Lastly, there's a direct link between consuming foods rich in zinc, like pumpkin seeds and pure cacao, and increased sexual arousal in postmenopausal women. Zinc supports testosterone production, a key hormone in female desire, and improves genital blood circulation. Incorporating dark chocolate snacks and toasted seeds naturally boosts sexual response and intimate well-being.